No, go ahead.
And that's why I gotta wonder, did all politicians fail American history or what? Because Winston Churchill said, "For those who do not know their own history are doomed to repeat it."
Well, I'll tell you what. That's a question we can take into the break here, but I do want to just get this out because Taking Back America here in the chat put something. Basically what I was saying. It says distractions are by design. If you're distracted, then you don't pay attention to what the government is imposing on you. Basically, hey, look what's in the left hand, so you don't see what's in the right hand, and it makes perfect sense. It's exactly what's going on. Folks, you are tuned in here to the Resistance. We'll be back here in a little bit.
The United States government is seeking to end our great Constitution. This will endanger all the American people, and we will not stand by and watch while this tyrannical government prepares to rip away all the freedoms that our forefathers granted us. The freedoms that we fought for, bled for, and died for.
Americans are under attack by their own government. We must band together. We must tell our government that we, the people, will not stand by and watch our liberties be taken away. Let the resistance begin. That's right, folks. I'm sorry about that. Hit the wrong button already. It happens. Oh, my Lord. This is the Resistance.
Hey, Nick here from the Resistance. And the Resistance question for tonight is, during Paul Revere's famous midnight ride, what did Revere cry out? A, the English are coming. B, the British are coming. Or C, the Redcoats are coming. The answer and more of the Resistance when we come back right after this, here on Spreaker.com.
Hey there, I'm Big Tiny. I'm the host of Big Tiny's Oldies and More, where we play music from the 50s to today's favorites. So check us out Monday through Friday and see what we're playing right here on Spreaker.
Previously on Tanked Radio.
Well, you know what you won't forget from tonight? There's a food beating. So in Sweden, this wonderful woman, this salt of the earth woman, threatened to kill a man during a heated argument and threw a frying pan full of sausage and grease, which qualifies as a food beating.
It must have been. He doesn't have any burns or anything from the sausage?
Said he was fine.
It was like little mini dick burns all over his face.
Tanked Radio, every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, only on Spreaker.com.
Are you sick of the same old boring talk shows? Looking for more variety? Come check out That Radio Show.
What radio show?
It's That Radio Show, the hottest talk show on the web that lets you, the listener, call in and voice your opinion. For the latest news headlines, controversial subjects, and more, come join us every Friday and Saturday at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central, right here on Spreaker.com.
Talk radio will never be the same. The answer to the Resistance question of the day, during Paul Revere's famous midnight ride, what did Revere cry out? A, the English are coming. B, the British are coming. Or C, the Redcoats are coming. The answer is C, the Redcoats are coming. During 1775, most of the colonial citizens still considered themselves to be British citizens. So to say that the British are coming would not make any sense. Scholars have now found that Revere actually said either the Redcoats are coming or the regulars are coming. And now back to the Resistance here on Spreaker.com.
All right, welcome back to the Resistance. Yep. Now, I got to ask you guys, what did you guys think? The British are coming. The Redcoats are coming. What? Honestly.
Because you asked me this, and I got it wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I think I said the British are coming. Yep, that's what I said. So I was definitely wrong on that.
Right, and JJ, you said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was taught in high school.
JJ,
right.
Jesse
who's
says
fucking lying to me? You or my fucking teacher?
Well, honestly, let's not get into that because that's a whole nother thing. We can get into the fact that teachers are lying to kids today in order to suit different things. But anyway.
Right. But no, yeah, it actually was the Redcoats were coming. So anyways, now if you have any factoid questions that you'd like us to have played on air, or if you'd like to record your own, by all means, please send your submissions to theresistance@usa.com.
Now, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say it. Then we'll get in contact with you, and if we need to record, we can, and whatever. But I think these little trivia questions are really good at educating people what history has taught us.
No, you're right. I did want to address one thing. There was something sent to me in my my Skype here that it upset me a little bit here, but I won't give names or anything like that. But someone basically just asked me, what gives me the right to sit here and say the things that I'm saying on this show called The Resistance, and basically goes in this thing on how I'm not, the smartest man in the world. And I want to address this. I really do, because I'm going to hit this right on the head. You're right. Person who wrote this, I know that you are listening right now, and you are absolutely right. I am not the smartest man in the world. I'm not by far. There's a lot of things that I don't know, but it only takes one person to start the change. That's something that people really have to understand. If you don't know everything about politics, if you don't know what's going on right now, that doesn't mean that you can't do anything. You just got to start one day, start paying attention, start, really learning, and start listening to what's going on around you. And then one day you will learn the stuff. And even with me, I don't know everything right now. I don't know, all my answers to everything. There's some things that have tripped me up already today, between that and nerves. But like I said, it only takes one person. And in this case, we got 3 people, not counting all the people in the chat, not counting all the other people that are behind us. And we're going to start this movement. We're going to get where we need to be. And it doesn't matter, how smart we were or anything like that. It just matters that we all knew together. We came together as a group, knew that something was wrong, and we were going to do whatever it took to change it.
Exactly. And, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be telling the people what we think. We're going to have special guests that they're going to bring their ideas on. And, we're going to get, ideas from the community in a whole, because, not one person can come up with all the best ideas. I think if we, think collectively, as a whole, as a group, and educate people, I think everything should be great.
And that's the reason why we're going to have the guest on. And this is why I invite a lot of people to, to come on and to talk. There's a lot of ideas that I don't even know about. People out there, they know. Our guest tonight, he has a bunch of, really good ideas and stuff. And that's why I'm going to be excited to have these people on so that I can learn in this whole process as we go through and we can all figure out together what needs to be done.
Exactly. So, I guess let me just pose a question. Now on our Facebook page, I had asked our followers that what question they would like to be answered on the show, and the only questions that were put on there is, how do we impeach Obama? Because the people actually see Obama as the main threat.
I think most of America sees him as the main threat when he constantly doesn't go through Congress for anything that he does. I mean, they might as well just leave for the rest of his term because he's not fucking using them.
Well, I think what blows me away out of all of this is that, we're going to bring this up, and I'm not saying this because the man was good in any way, but I'm just saying that we almost impeached Bill Clinton over a blowjob. And yet George W. Bush, and Barack Obama have trampled over our Constitution. And yet to date, I have still yet to see any sort of impeachment process started. And I think that's what really alarms me the most. And that's what makes me think that he really is, the evil in this whole situation. Because how is it that you can basically, strip us of our rights, lie to us time and time again, and still keep your job? I'm blown away. I was shocked in 2012 when he was shocked. You have no idea.
Yeah, trust me, I was shocked too. But I have seen some articles of impeachment in the U.S. Senate. They haven't been submitted yet, and I believe what Senate or House Republicans are saying, is that if Obama executive orders the gun ban, then they'll start the impeachment process.
Well, you know what? I think someone here, avid listener here, and I'm inviting this because he's right. He says, at the risk of being thrown out, don't worry, you're not going to get thrown out. Nobody's going to get thrown out of here. That's not the shit I do. I want to hear everything. He says, at the risk of being thrown out, you need to remember Obama won by a landslide. So saying most of Americans feel this way is absurd. Listen. And that's your opinion. That's fine, and that is statistical fact. I'm sure it was a landslide. Be honest with you,
it wasn't. It wasn't a landslide.
Well, I didn't even look into it. To be 100% honest
with you,
Obama
won the popular vote by 4.9 million votes. Okay. Now the thing is it was 100. I believe it was around 120 million registered voters voted in 2012. However, the pool of voters was around 260 million.
Well, listen, here's the deal. Look, you're also talking, whoever avid listener is saying that, and I guess it's a fair point in a sense, even though you just shot it down. But the thing is this. We were dumb enough to be duped again, which absolutely shocks me. And he's saying either way he won. Okay, yeah, this might be true, but that's only, in my opinion, he only won because of, basically the Republicans dropped the ball. All right, I'm not a Republican in any way, but Mitt Romney, really? Mitt Romney is the best you could do?
Right. Well, and yeah, I was pissed off how they treated Ron Paul, and literally just kept him out of the convention and shit. But yeah, well, yeah. The other thing too, Avid, I guess that I would say, one, the election process hasn't worked in over 20 years. The main thing that I think the problem is the Electoral College, just because it doesn't go by the popular vote like it should. Everything should go by the popular vote. In my opinion, that's why I think it should be. But when you get into the Electoral College, which it consists of all your state representatives and senators to the U.S. House or U.S. Senate together, and they all vote together on who to vote for or whatever. It doesn't. We saw it in 2012 when Al Gore won the popular vote, but George W. won the Electoral College.
Now, avid listeners bringing up a point here that he thinks is good, and it's fine. I'm going to give him his little time here. It says, it works when you guys win, and it says, be real. Well, when the fuck have I won? I mean, seriously. Think about the last 3 elections that I've taken part in my life. I did not fucking win shit. None of us won. I mean, this is what I think avid listener needs to understand. It's not so much of an Obama thing with me. I tried explaining this before. It's both sides. I did not forget about the fact that how what Bush did in his 2 terms, as president, and how he trampled all over the Constitution and did what he needed. Was the horrible things to do. I didn't forget about that in any way. That's why I'm trying to tell people from before that I don't like Democrats and I don't like Republicans. The whole thing needs to be changed. I mean, seriously, we need to. I don't even know if another political party is even going to help, to be honest.
Okay. Well, yeah, and he's avid saying Larson's all about Obama. I am not all about